Hello, hello. My name is Callista and welcome back to Pentiment. In the last episode, we were checking in with more of the townsfolk. As long as there are people to talk to, I'm gonna talk to them. Now then, Ursula. Hello, Magdalene. I want to know what's going on with you. You've got a kid. You appear to be married. I want to know what's happening with you. Good morning, Magdalene. I want a proper conversation, goddammit. well, we'll leave her be. Now then, I believe the only people we haven't spoken to in town are, it's Heddy and her lot. And the Gertners. We're leaving the Gertners till last. We'll go check in with Heddy. Why not? Let's head on down, and then we can go and explore the forest. We need to talk to Smokey. Hello? Hey, Magdalene. Hello, Jutta. Where did you come from? Who are you? I swear down there wasn't a kid called Jutta in Act 2. I swear down you are new. Oh. Hello, Magdalene. How's the mural coming? I hear you browbeat the council into letting you do it yourself. Absolutely we did. There is nothing to be ashamed of there. I don't care about the council. I only want to finish the mural for my dad. It took some work, but I convinced them to let me paint the rat house, yes. They didn't have a chance against me once I'd set my mind. Oh, I like this. I think this is the diplomatic answer, oh yeah, I convinced them. Technically we did. You know, Magda has a way with words. But I like these for her personality. We know that she's a wee bit spiky. I'm drawn to this. They didn't have a chance against me once I'd set my mind to it. Get in there, Heddy. Heddy knows. Heddy's like, hell yes. Good on you, love. Ha, that's the spirit. It's good to see you standing strong against those stubborn bastards. Who? God, okay. God may have made man from dust, but I swear he left some of them with rocks for brains too. Did you know George was by to check on my hinges? I've had about enough of their silly projects. That Zimmerman boy seems to have a good head on his shoulders, though. What? No. No, thank you. I do not want him. I do not want him romantically. I do not want him sexually. I do not want to see his penis. I do not want to be anywhere near his genitals. No, thank you. Absolutely not. Nope. Once you're settled down with him, you'll have a good life ahead of you. I do like him. I think we could learn to love each other. Hell the fuck no. I think I'd rather marry for love, Heddy. So I'm not gonna marry him. It's hard to think of my future right now with what's happened to my dad. Fuck this. I think this is the first time someone has said this so blatantly. Oh yeah, you're gonna marry Otts one day. At least Eva was trying to be coy about it. You know, oh, Otts is a good man. Any girl, nudge, nudge, wink, wink, would be really lucky to have him. He'd be a devoted husband. He'd be a devoted father. At least Eva was being coy. And, you know, we had Brigitte trying to be like, will you marry my son? Please. Please marry my son. We haven't had anyone say, oh, yeah, you're going to marry Otts. It's a fact. It's a fact. Yeah, no. I think Magda would be very much... she's willing to play coy with his man because she doesn't want to upset his man. Just someone saying this, to her face, I think that would shock her a little bit. Otts? I'm not gonna marry him. Are you so sure there are better prospects for you in this town? Well, We need to look outside of town. Endris did. He's got Resi. Resi seems lovely. Let's find our Resi. Don't tell me you prefer the Gertner boy. I'd rather leave Tassing and see what else is out there. I don't plan on having anyone. Ooh. Yeah, there aren't good prospects in Tassing. Unless you want a much older husband, unless you are looking for someone who is way, way older than you, there really aren't good prospects here. I've said before, I view Magda as someone who is, she's an independent woman doing it for herself. I don't think she's against finding love, but I do think that's the thing. She wants to marry someone who she is in love with. I don't think she is not the kind of person who settles. I think that's the best way I could put what is in my brain. She is not the type of person who settles. She is not going to settle for some subpar dude that she doesn't really like. She's not going to settle for a guy who keeps annoying her, who won't respect, like, oh, you want me to call you Magda? Well, fuck you, I'm going to call you Mags, and you're just going to have to deal with it. Like, no, she's not going to settle for him. And if that means that she never gets married, okay, fine, fair. Like, and? Her life does not revolve around a man. Like, she can live a very happy, very fulfilling life without ever getting married. Admittedly, that I am coming at this with a very modern day mindset. They might think differently, considering this is it's not the 14th century, that is a plague tale. This is, oh shit, is a plague tale set in the 14th? I swear down it is. I'm playing 2 different medieval games and I'm getting the years mixed up between them, but like this is ye olden times. They might have very different experiences of womanhood. I know that I am playing Magda with a very modern mindset, but I think she's a modern woman. She's running a printing press by herself. How common is that for a young lady of this time period? She's practically taken over from her dad. She has plans like, once he retires. Now it's once he dies, but before it was like, when he retires, I'm going to take over. Like, it was a matter of fact. It wasn't, I'm going to have to find a guy to take over the printing press. She was like, no, I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. Like, what, do you think I'm incapable? Because I have a vagina, I am incapable? No, fuck that noise. I'm a strong, independent woman. I'm a run a printing press. I know how to do it. Why would I look for a guy to do it when I am just as capable as them? Like, I think she is a very modern girl. I think she is very modern. So I don't think she wants to settle. I think that's the thing. I don't think she's anti-marriage or anti-love. I think it's that, the guys in Tassing are subpar and I deserve the best. Fuck this. Oh, wait, no, I'd rather leave Tassing. That's not, I'd rather leave Tassing permanently. I'm gonna go and I'm gonna bring a fella back. I've got my printing press. Like, you come to me. I'd rather leave Tassing and see what else is out there. Show me another town in the Empire with 2 local saints and our fresh alpine air. But you were always going to forge another path, just like your mother. I have no use for the world beyond Tassing, but I wish you luck in it. Hey, I'm coming back. I'm finding a guy and I'm bringing him back. Thanks, Heddy. I'll see you later. Until then. Hey. And hello there. Hey, Magdalene. I heard what happened to your dad. How's he doing? Resting. He suffered a severe blow to the head. I'm worried, to say the least. Hans sends his regards. The Bauer household is praying for a swift recovery. Oh, thanks, Simon. Evencraft. Thank you, and thank Hans and Gertner. Yeah, like, let's not bring the mood down. Thank you. Thank you. And thank Hans and Gertner as well. I will. Klaus has always been such a bedrock of Tassing. I'd hate for him to die. It'd be, sorry. It's fine. I fear it as well. It's best not to ignore one's fears. He's not going to die. I won't allow it. Oh, I said before, I picture Magda as the kind of girl who would look death in the eye and say, fuck off. You can't take my dad. Screw you. Like, I picture her as a go-getter. And now she's in a situation where she can't go and get, because it's death. She's gonna tell death to fuck off. She's gonna tell him to go screw off. But it's not gonna help. He's got, like, I can feel it. I can feel it in my bones. He's going, but I think this is perfect for the picture of Magda I have in my head. He's not going to die. I won't allow it. Do you miss your father? Your real one, I mean. Do I miss him? Kind of. Hold the fuck up. I want a family tree. I want a family tree of all the people in Tassing so that I can... Because, like, obviously we've got new characters. Like, Jutta. I don't know where Jutta came from. Like, you just appeared one day. Did you come from a cabbage patch? Like, where? A gooseberry bush? Like, where did you come from, madam? Joseph... There was a Seth. And his name was Joseph. Because I remember Andreas had the whole, like, oh, yeah, my father's name is Joseph. Oh, isn't that funny? So I presume Joseph probably died in the revolts and the Bowers. Maybe they're distantly related to Joseph. But then again, I thought that Joseph was from out of town. Kind of. I don't remember Joseph all that much. He's become a haze of sorts. A faint echo of feeling and occasional emotion. I was so young when he got killed. Mum said I had trouble understanding what had happened for a long time. I understand. My mum, she's like an empty hole in my life. I have nothing of her. It's not easy to experience with this type of loss and grief. Yeah. I think Magda would understand that perfectly. She will. I would doubt she would have any memories of Marie. I understand. My mum... She's like an empty hole in my life. I have nothing of her. Ah, yeah, you never even got to see her, right? Not even a memory. Huh. Suppose you have yourself for comparison. God molded you after her. She has Klaus's hair colour, but she's got her mum's hair texture. Marie had very curly, dark hair. I can imagine how she could have been like. Stubborn and unruly, yeah? But can I know if I'm actually like my mum? All I have are stories from people. If that is what it takes, I don't see people of wealth and power giving the rest of us much headway. I'm not stubborn and unwritten. You are. And I think Magda knows it. I absolutely think that Magda knows. Yes, I am stubborn. I am unruly. The fuck are you gonna do about it? I'm living my life. If you don't like it, up yours. I'm gonna paint this mural. I'm gonna leave Tassing. I'm gonna find a guy and I'm gonna come back. It's gonna be Reed. I like this one. But can I know if I'm actually like my mum? All I have are stories from people. Well, you read books, don't you? Stories are about things that are true. Books and stories are about a lot of things. Not always. Really? What's the point of books, then? Oh, well, I can't read anyway. Would you want to learn? Don't have the time. Work on the farm never ends, especially with the taxes eating us. Anyway, the winter draws closer, so I got a lot of preparations to take care of. I truly hope Klaus recovers soon. God look after you both. Are you married? He is sweet. He is, how old? I mean, he's taller than, we could be a very short woman. She could be like 5'2". She could be my height. I'm 5'2". I'm extremely short. Like, if he is of age and single, I'm just saying he's not that bad. Until later, Simon. He's sweet. And Hans? Hello, Magdalene. Hello, Hans. I hope your dad recovers quickly. He's a good man. Dr. Stolz thinks I should prepare myself for the worst. Thank you. I'll tell him you said that. I hope so too. Thank you. I'll tell him you said that. Good. This town has seen too many terrible things, but we've recovered before. Maybe the Lord will return your dad to health too. I pray you're right. Be glad you have this time with him, I say. Wish I'd had as much with Heilwig. I don't know who this is. I'm not 100% sure who Hans is. I want to say that he was Heddy and Dickhead McGee's son. Was he called Johann? I didn't like him. He was shagging his brother's wife. And he was married. I like that's just the hypocrisy of like, oh, I won't let you besmirch the virtue of these ladies. Meanwhile, I'm besmirching my wife's virtue by having an affair right under her nose. Like, dickhead. Yeah, I want to say that Hans is their kid, but like this is where a family tree would come in handy. This is where a family tree would really come in handy. This name doesn't sound familiar to me. I can't remember any Heilwigs. Be glad you have this time with him, I say. Wish I'd had as much time with Heilwig. Anyway, I should get back to it. Until later, Hans. I think Hans was in Act 2, but I'm blanking on him. I'm blanking on him. Now then, you know what? We'll run over to the Golden Hat. Actually, no, we can check the church. We can check the church. Hello? Anyone about? Hello. Oh, God bless you, Magdalene. What is that facial expression? What is that? And you, Father Thomas. Hello, Father Thomas. And you, Father Thomas. You look troubled. What's the matter? I seem to have lost the key to the tabernacle. I'm pretty sure I know what the tabernacle is. Yeah, holds the holy host in a locked and secure box between services of the Eucharist, God's holy place. I seem to have lost the key to the tabernacle. Without it, we'd have to go without the Eucharist on Sunday. Is that very bad? Can't you borrow some from the poor Clares? Well, it's only bread, right? Surely Gret wouldn't mind baking an extra... Yeah, but it's the Jesus loaf. It's the Jesus bread. That's why it's important. Can't you borrow some from the poor Clares? What? Oh, no, I consecrate the host for them as well. I usually take it to them before we begin Mass in town. Without the Blessed Sacrament, we cannot truly celebrate Mass. Without Mass, everyone in Tassing risks their salvation. Oh, no. So our salvation could be in peril because you lost the key to the tabernacle. I get the feeling that Magda isn't the most religious person. I mean, she I didn't notice this at the time. I only picked up on it when I was editing. But the episode where she wrote to Mother Illuminata, she was talking to her dad, and she just referred to her as Illuminata, and her dad corrected her, and I was a bit confused. I was like, I didn't get what was happening at the time, but in editing I realized, oh shit, she just called her Illuminata. Not Mother Illuminata, not Sister Illuminata, just Illuminata. So I get the feeling that Magda isn't the most religious of people. I think this reads as so sassy and I'm into it. So, our salvation could be in peril because you lost the key to the tabernacle. I wouldn't put it quite like that. You just did. You just did, sir. Should I need to, I'll have Gret Should I need to, I'll have Gret bake a loaf and I can consecrate that. Even afterward, I cannot leave the host out. I must find that key. I'll keep an eye out for it, Father. Thank you, Magdalene. Please let me know if you have any ideas as to where it might be. Well, where did you last have it? Are you just going out with the key to the tabernacle, or do you only keep it in here? In which case, we can just search this building. What do you do with it? Thank you, Magdalene. Please let me know if you have any ideas as to where it might be. God bless you. Hello. Hello again, madam. I wonder if Sister Amalie has seen the tabernacle key anywhere. I should talk with her. Oh, yes. God bless you, Magdalene. God bless you, Sister Amalie. What brings you to the church this time of day? Oh, that isn't a misspelling. Votive candle. Small candles lit during prayer in churches, symbolising a specific offering or request on the behalf of the prayer giver. Yeah, I remember. I enjoyed lighting the candles when I was little. That probably sounds really dumb, or like I had some pyromaniac tendencies as a little girl. One of the two. But I remember doing that back when I was little and I still attended church services. Lighting another votive candle for your father. I was hoping to speak with you, sister. Have you seen Father Thomas's tabernacle key anywhere? He's misplaced it. I'm afraid I have not. Everything in the church has been as it should be. Though I did hear the two Gertner children come in last evening. I did not rise, but I heard their whispering for a moment. They left as suddenly as they came. Why didn't you say anything? I didn't think anything of it. Many people come into the church throughout the week. Yeah, that is week. This is a sacred space, and the people of Tassing respect it as such. They respect my privacy in this place, and I respect theirs. I see. Why tell me this now? Why are you telling me this? Why? Why tell me this now? Because while I do not make a habit of meddling, I know those two do. And because you said that Father Thomas had lost his key. Their intentions last night may have been pure. If not, however, it would be Christian to remind them that theft is against the Lord's commandments. You're right, I ought to mention that the next time I see them, as a sister in Christ. Of course, I might go have a chat with them. They're always getting into trouble. Maybe I'll just tell Father Thomas they took the key. I get it. The reason I'm pausing is because I don't trust Father Thomas. This man is sus as hell to me. He's so sus. And I don't trust him. I don't... And it's not exactly that I don't want anything to do with him. I'm just deeply concerned. I'm deeply concerned. But would Magda have any reason not to trust Father... I mean, to be fair, Father Thomas was the one saying, hey, we should just sack off the mural completely. We should just not do it. Now that Klaus has been injured, we should stop the mural. Maybe she'd be pissed off at him because of that. Maybe she'd be like, hey, you tried to stop the mural that my dad so loved, was so desperate to complete. It's probably going to be his dying wish to see this mural complete, and you would rob my father of that. Screw you, sir. Screw you. And I'm picturing her as not being overly religious. So yeah, we'll go do it ourselves. Of course. I might go have a chat with them. I'd advise that you do what you feel is right in your heart. Thank you, sister. God bless you. God bless you, Magdalene. Okay. Okay. That's 2 reasons for why we need to go speak with the twins. God bless you, Magdalene. God bless you, Father Thomas. I'm not going to say anything. I'm just going to keep that back. Any luck finding the tabernacle key? Alas, no. It remains out of reach. I may know where it is, Father. I'm sure it will turn... No. Weird. I don't... I'm just going to keep those cards close to my chest. And we're going to deal with it when we deal with it. I'm sure it will turn up eventually, Father. Yes, as the Lord? Yes, as the Lord sees fit. In the meantime, I shall keep looking. Knock and the door will be opened after all. God bless you, Magdalene. Okay. Okay, let's make our way over to Smokey. Now, we were told to be careful in the woods because of the Lord's men. It's nice to see some green this time of year. Horehound is one of the few plants that grows year-round here. Lovely. Oh, hello? Why are you out here? I can't believe how quickly the leaves changed this year. Can I just want to walk past you. I don't actually want to bother you. Okay, so we're not locked into talking to him just yet. Let's go see Smokey first. Hell, actually, I say that. I only have about 2 minutes left on my timer, so this is the perfect place to end off. In the next episode, we'll speak with Václav and Smokey, but until then, please remember to like if you enjoyed, leave a comment below, and if you wanted to subscribe, it would be very much appreciated. I've been Kallista. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next episode.